It's very, very cold again. Catching my breath? Maybe not. What's going on, peeps? Yeah, out in the wild. I'm just going to run this route for a while because it's super nice. And you know what? I don't want to do a longer one because over here in the kingdom, it's absolutely... Nearly fell over. Gonna keep that in. Super cold, bro. Big time. Yesterday we spoke about sponsors, shirt, kit design, colour scheme. It was quite fun. And yeah, hopefully next season we get a good kit at Chelsea. The old school lion badge. So we're hoping for that. And I've taken my other glove off to hold this phone to film. And I think my hand might have frozen in place. So I'm going to end this now. And I'll see you back in the studio.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Shot, yeah, thanks. What's going on, people, and welcome back to the channel Football Therapy. I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that. I also hope that I'm not redlining on the microphone here, because it looked like I clipped then. I will keep an eye on that. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the studio with this graphic today. Today, we are discussing... Mindful not to shout. I will have to sort out the audio. Hopefully it's fine though. Today we're discussing Matt Law's article, a little bit on Hilario leaving Chelsea. Goalkeeping coach. Also Jadon Sancho's return. Where has he been? Where has he been? People have forgotten about Sancho. We'll speak about that a little bit. And reports coming from Spain are talking about Enzo Fernandez to Real Madrid. Again, we'll be using football transfers to react to that story as per usual. Disclaimer, just reacting to the stories, guys. I am not a source. I am just a source of commentary, opinion, hopefully football fan insight if you're interested in what I say and my thoughts on Chelsea. So yeah, man, thanks for joining me as always. Thank you. If you do want to support the content, it's super simple. You simply like and subscribe. It's what all of us people want on these platform only-ans. Only-ans! Alright, mate, so let's start off with the goalkeeping situation, shall we? A little bit here. The courtesy of Matt Law on the Telegraph, as you can see. Thomas Tuchel given boost as Chelsea goalkeeper quits for England role. He's been... Hilario ends 18-year association with the Premier League club to join the national team setup. Tuchel loves a Chelsea coach, doesn't he? He took Anthony Barry from us and took him everywhere he went. Everywhere you go, you always take Anthony Barry with you. He took him to Bayern, and now to England as well. So he's getting the band back together, the England national team. Thomas Tuchel has been given a boost, officially starting as England manager, as Enrique Hilario handed in his resignation at Chelsea to become the goalkeeping coach. He's decided to leave Chelsea to work with Tuchel at England after the club made it clear that they did not want him to job share, as in working at both England and Chelsea. Chelsea have not commented on Hilario's departure, but sources have confirmed his resignation has been made official. He joins Tuchel and the likes of Anthony Barry as well. Look, guys, it's not like we've had some sort of elite goalkeeping setup of late and our goalkeepers are the best in the world and this is a massive blow. No disrespect to Hilario. He's been knocking around for a while now. I'm totally okay with this. I don't even know if we'll replace him because we've still got Ben Roberts. We've still got Maresca's geezer. He's got a guy there as well. So, I don't know. I mean... We've got 1,000 goalkeepers, we've got ample goalkeeping coaching setup, and we got 99 problems and a goalkeeper is one, so maybe someone else will come in and suddenly completely solve the issue of Rob Sanchez's decision making and then we're golden. But until that happens, it's an issue. Alright, should we talk a little bit about Sancho, shall we? Here we go, a little bit of section here on Matt Law's article. Sancho primed for Chelsea return. Sancho is in contention to return to Chelsea's matchday squad for the first time in almost a month for Saturday's trip to Leicester City. Sancho has not played for Chelsea since being substituted at half-time in the defeat by Liverpool on October the 20th, and has not been in the matchday squad since the Premier League victory over Newcastle United the following week. Maresca blames illness for Sancho's 4-game absence from the squad and was non-committal over whether the winger would return after the international break. But Sancho has made a surprise return to training this week. Why surprise? He's been away for weeks. Oh look, a surprise return to training. A young player that we've just signed that's not meant to have had an injury. And is believed to have put himself under consideration for a place in the squad to Leicester. Sancho's loan from Manchester United is believed to include an obligation for Chelsea to buy the winger for around £25 million, is largely based on the club's final league position. As in, well, we're hopefully going to be good to do that. I got toothpaste around my lip. Toothpaste! It's not that kind of channel. We'll finish. I'm going to give my thoughts on Sancho in just a moment. Maresca praised Sancho's attitude shortly after the 24-year-old joined on the season-long loan, saying the player started his career promisingly with a series of assists. Of course, Pedro Neto, who scored Chelsea's equaliser against Arsenal before the international break, has performed well in Sancho's absence, while Mudryk has also made an impact when used. That means Sancho cannot be guaranteed a place in the team and may still find it tough to fight his way back into the matchday squad. But Sancho returns to training, and Maresca will give an update, of course, on Thursday later on today on what's going on with him. Well, you'd think he'd give an update if he's asked about it. Chelsea, of course, face a heavy schedule of Premier League and Conference League games until the new year, meaning Maresca will rotate his squad. Yeah, so look, man, I'm not going to sound like a broken record here, but Sancho is good. He started the season very well. Assist. I said, I like to reference how he won a penalty because that is important, especially when you've got Cole Palmer in the team. It's essentially another assist, really. And of course, on for fantasy football, it's registered as an assist. Look, man, I think Sancho should be Chelsea's starting left winger, and I think Pedro Neto should be Chelsea's starting right winger, purely because I think one of the few things that all Chelsea fans would probably agree on at the moment is Pedro Neto is the form winger for Chelsea. You might have your favourites. You might be a believer in the Mudryk renaissance in these midweek games. You might be, a lover of Noni Madueke, his dynamism and how he's so good at 1v1s and playing well for England. You might be a big Jadon Sancho believer. Like I said many times about the Liam Twomey article about how he's opened up the left-hand side of Chelsea's attack for the first time since 2019 in terms of percentage of attacks going down that flank. In a small sample size, of course. But I think everyone agrees that Neto, the 24-year-old Neto, he's just dynamite. He's the starting right winger for Portugal at the moment in an attack that has so many options, And yeah, he just looks mustard, mate. And he wants to play on the right. So if he's everyone's favourite winger, let him play in his favourite space, right wing. And then who's the best option on the left? For me, it's Jadon Sancho. If you can have an attack with Neto on the right, Sancho on the left, and Cole Palmer somewhere in the middle, thank you very much. And also, you can bring on the likes of a Mudryk or a Noni Madueke. And look, again, not a hit piece on Noni Madueke. I really like him. If he's starting, I've got full faith in him. It means the gaffer's happy with him and he's worthy of a start. But yeah, the return of Jadon Sancho could be big. Of course, when Enzo Maresca has spoken about Chelsea, I will do a match preview tomorrow. I imagine it'll be tomorrow for the weekend game. We can talk about, who's going to play where. We can build a lineup together. It'll be fun, I missed that. I missed that about club football. Just talking about games and, looking at stats and also building lineups and stuff. Just the good old fun, classic football YouTube content creator stuff, Yeah, don't sleep on Sancho. I am wondering a little bit about him because there's been so much speculation about his, attitude, and I thought he's come to Chelsea, he's gone back to London, we know he's a boyhood Chelsea fan, yada yada yada, for whatever that means anymore, not much, and he started very well for Chelsea, like I said, 3 consecutive goal involvements, and then he wasn't like buzzing like, yeah, I've done it at Chelsea, I'm scoring. He's like, yeah, let's just keep working, let's just do it. And I was like, right, I like the attitude, he's not getting overexcited, he's doing very well, but then he just sort of dropped off. And obviously you got Man United fans on social media going, well, there you go, he's probably faking injuries to play video games, he's probably like, saying he's ill when he's not, and all this kind of stuff. I don't think that's true. I hope it's not true. And I hope he is dedicated to just being a baller again at Chelsea, who look like they're going really well, and becomes Chelsea's starting left winger, because that's a very exciting attacker when he's at his best. We know he's great. We know he can be absolutely awesome, in fact, Jadon Sancho. Who knows? It keeps going, right? Thomas Tuchel might still be talking to some people at Chelsea. Actually, I doubt that. Everyone affiliated to Tuchel, has gone now, so especially with Hilario as well. So who knows? Maybe Hilario is going, you should call up Sancho at some point. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, so we are going to react to a story on football transfers. Here we go, by Cameron Smith. But this has been going around the media generally. Enzo Fernandez. Disclaimer, I'm not trying to sell Enzo Fernandez or Jadon Sancho. I'm reacting to media. Of course, Enzo Fernandez is an incredibly high profile and talented footballer who I've gone on record saying, not that I want him to go, but I've gone on record to say I think he'd do very well at, one of the Classico big clubs in Barca, Real Madrid. The article goes as following. Chelsea have set their asking price for Enzo Fernandez at 120 million euros amid interest from Real Madrid, according to Spain. How much is that in pounds? That's about 100 million pounds. So it'll be a 5 million pound loss, but probably a profit on the books because he's been here for a while and he signed a 9-year deal or something, didn't he? 2 years, so something like that. Yeah, it makes sense. The Argentina international has been heavily linked with Stamford Bridge exit in recent weeks, and Real Madrid have reportedly joined Barcelona and Inter Milan in the race to sign him next year, which, by the way, next year is in like just over a month. Romeo Lavia has usurped Fernandez in Enzo Maresca's preferred starting 11 over the past month, with the former Benfica star restricted to cameo appearances in the Premier League since the start of October. Wow. Fernandez did provide 3 assists, of course, in our 8-0 win over the Armenian side FC Noah in the Europa Conference League, while he impressed off the bench against Arsenal before the November international break. However, rumours of a Blues departure has circulated in recent weeks, and Real Madrid are eyeing a move amid the uncertain future of the 39-year-old Luka Modric. Of course, as well, they've just lost Toni Kroos as well, haven't they? So I'd understand why they'd be going from... Look, he plays so well for Argentina. He played well for Argentina again. He's that kind of cultured footballing passer that would probably do. And I do think he's got the Galactico star quality for Real Madrid that perhaps someone like a Eden Hazard didn't have. Hazard was a sort of happy-go-lucky, just want to play football, a bit silly, have fun. Enzo Fernandez has got that sort of serious snarl about him, like, South American, native Spanish speaker. I think I'm not saying he's going to be like an absolute bastard, like, Sergio Ramos, but he's got that sort of Real Madrid vibe to him. So... There are reports coming out of Spain suggesting it's 120 million euros. He moved to Chelsea in the summer for an initial 121 million euros last year, and the West London Giants are reportedly eager to sell him for a similar fee in 2025. So he would have been here for 2 years in January. So, yeah, okay. Reports in Spanish media have suggested that Chelsea could include Fernandez in a swap deal for Barcelona's Marc Casado or Atletico Madrid's Pablo Barrios. Who are they? Maybe my football nerd game is not on at the moment. But it remains to be seen if Real Madrid will entertain the possibility sending one of their current stars to London in exchange for the Argentine. What has Enzo Maresca said? Well, this is important. He has said that he still trusts Enzo. There is not any reason in the world I can lose confidence in him. The reason why he's not playing in the Premier League is because I take a different decision. My confidence is 100% with Enzo. In this moment, if you're looking for some different reasons for Enzo not starting, but it's very simple. He's not playing at the moment with so many games. He's going to play for sure in the future, and it doesn't mean Lavia and Caicedo are always going to play. At the moment, as soon as one of them levels drop, he will play. Yeah. Look, let's be real, it's a profiling thing, because he would be starting right now in Premier League games if it was anything other than that. I don't think anyone should doubt Enzo Fernandez's quality. I know a lot of you guys do. That's your decision to make, your opinion down in the comment section below. I personally think he's a very, very good player, but and he could work for Chelsea, but it's a task. It's a task. It's a bit of a Kai Havertz-y one. Clearly a quality player, but where do you play them to get the best? And if you play them in a certain position, are you missing out? And dare I say a little bit of an Nkunku-y one, but Nkunku, I don't think. My worry with Nkunku is he's senior, he's like 27, and he'll want to just start for a Champions League team. I mean, maybe there's a bit of that with Fernandez, but he's got more years in front of him. At least with Nkunku, you're not relying on Nkunku to be like a CDM that's going to stop transitions when it's not really your game, like you are at Enzo Fernandez. And at least with Nkunku, because he's a forward player, you can just have him near the front of the pitch, and he's such a good finisher that he will score goals at some points. Is that enough for him? Well, we're not going to talk about that now because we've done that to death, and we'll probably speak about it again in a future video. But we'll see what happens there. I don't know if Chelsea will just keep Enzo Fernandez forever. The truth is, guys, even in January, I think he's going to have 7 years. 7 years left on his contract, which is absolutely loads. And Chelsea will have all the cards in selling him, and they'll argue, the new owners, that this is the position they want to be in. They're not paying him insanely high wages. Enzo Fernandez, should he goes to Real Madrid, they'll probably nearly double his wages, money-wise, so they'll have no issue like having to absorb his wages at Chelsea. It would just be a transfer fee that they have to give, one that Chelsea are very happy with. I think he does fit Real Madrid or Barcelona. I see him in a Real Madrid kit. I'm not trying to sell him. If we can make it work, I think he's a world-class talent, but it's about making him fit. Chelsea have been very lucky for a long time under Roman, and indeed these owners to a degree, of buying high-profile talents, exciting players. But we're in an age now where you need to build functional teams that can play well together consistently, and you're not trying to fit in Timo Werner's, Hakim Ziyech's, Kai Havertz's, maybe to a degree, and Nkunku's and other players as well. You need to just build a team. Everyone knows what position they play in and how to do it. And you might have slight variations. Your Jadon Sancho's to your Neto's on the left, but they are made for that position. Although Neto might prefer the right. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Very interesting talking points, I think, though. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Do keep it locked. Videos every day here, and I hope to see you back soon. Peace.